Well, good morning, everybody. Good to have you here today. Happy Monday morning. I hope you had a great weekend. Man, is it? It's one of those days where I just feel like I'm just kind of dragging, a little bit. I'm not really sure why. That's just kind of how it feels. I'm pretty excited because I am enjoying a piece and a new process here this morning, but it's all a little bit kind of unknown to me. And what I'm doing is I'm drawing and painting kind of at the same time, and then I seal things and kind of in between. And I don't know, it's just a really odd process. But I'm going to give it a whirl. So right now I'm just using colored pencils on top of this to kind of get some of my line work back. And right now I'm trying to figure out how hard I can actually push before things start to get a little weird. Oh, hold on a second. Boop, 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 boop. I think it's a little better. So this line work here, I can get as focused as I can here. I'm even trying a little bit of marker too, but I'm not liking I've never liked the way that marker, the actual marks that it makes on the board. Just a little overblown here. Don't want you to not be able to see what's going on. So also what we're going to do here today is I'm experimenting with what kind of surface really allows me to continue with colored pencils. Because not every surface is really conducive to colored pencils. And what I'm experimenting with, here, actually, I'll go grab that. All right, I'm back. So what I'm experimenting with is different kind of surfaces to paint on and to layer through. So I originally was trying GAC 100, and I'm finding that with GAC 100, it's just too glossy for me. I mean, it says it's a gloss. I mean, if you look at the back here, it's actually gonna say that it's it's gloss. It's very transparent, but it's gonna work. Well, hi Karen. Hi, my dear. How are you today? What's happening? So nice to have you on a stream. Thanks for supporting my work and what I'm doing. I appreciate that a lot. And the other one I've been trying is just a matte medium. And so this will same thing. We'll do clear. It just changes what kind of surface it is, and then also a clear gesso. And so what we're doing is that this is really toothy. This has a lot of here. Let me just kind of get us in focus here a little bit. This is going to be have a lot of tooth to it. This is going to be kind of medium, and this is going to pretty much have none really because it's just really glossy. But so what I'm not liking, what I'm finding is that the surface isn't taking the pencils the way that I would like. I need to find a better way. It actually, as just experimenting with just doing a little bit of marker here, and that seemed to be okay. But you're on vacation. Fantastic. Where are you at? Oh, good. They're coming home for Thanksgiving. Nice. Very nice. So it's a staycation. Staycations are the best. I really, actually really like staycations. I get to do more art in their staycations. Oh, where do your daughter and her husband live? Are they close or? I'm using Artsmith. Just trying out some new acrylic paints here. They're Boise. Okay. Right on. And Sam Kelly. Hey, Sam. Welcome. I subscribe to the channel. Welcome, 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 everybody. Well, hey, Sam. What's happening? How are you today? So when I was working this piece this weekend a little bit, and I was really hoping that I could get a little bit more, a better drawing surface. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. And Karen, oh, so it's a 6-hour drive to Nevada. Okay, cool. You guys still in Reno then? Just resting. Okay, Sam. Sam is just resting. Good. Well, come and hang out here. This is a nice place to rest. Just chill, relax a little bit. One of the nice things about what we're doing here is that it's really nice just to be able to not have to worry about too much stuff. And just kind of, yeah, just relax a little bit. I've always kind of wanted these streams to just be a little, you know, fairly chill. So this paint is a little bit different, and so it's going to probably look a little bit more gray than what I had before. So how is Justin doing? Hey, Vanessa's here. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Welcome. Sorry if I missed you. Yeah, I feel like it's just been so long since he and I have chatted. Sorry, I try not to get my head in the shot, but it just happens. So Sam is watching on YouTube. That's fun. It is fun that we have people on different platforms watching. I think that's really cool. I know that y'all can't talk to each other, but yeah, you know, it's hard when I think about, you know, Justin or even Eric and how we used to spend quite a bit of time together, and we just haven't done that in years. So what I'm trying to do here is kind of establish Eric will be there this weekend, yeah. Good, yes. It should The only one that doesn't kind of work over Sam is going to be anybody on Behance. But I think most of the other ones do. You can see the chat from the other platforms, which is kind of cool. I am streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Behance, and LinkedIn, and Twitter. Oh, okay. He's visiting his mom. Will he be able to? Will you guys be able to get together, or? As I remember to keep my brush wet when I'm painting acrylics. Nice. Do you guys talk often, or get together often, or? Sam, what does your Monday look like? What do you got? You got any plans today? How has mission prep been going? Vanessa, I'm doing well. It's this weekend I've been really kind of racking my brain on a couple things that have really kept me literally keeping me up at night. So I'm not as well rested as I'd like to be. But I'm really struggling in my mind as to how to a couple things that I need to do to paint just faster. And I thought I had the solution. I really did. I was like, oh my goodness, I think I got it. I think I got what I need to do. And I was really excited about it, only to find out that it actually wasn't working. So I'm at 7 days before I set apart. So I'm actually taking this week to make sure I'm good with everything. The last day at work on Friday. Okay, wow. So yeah, things are getting real then for Sam. How you feeling about everything and about taking off? Considering it's just so soon when you're leaving. The time is now. Justin and Eric still work for the same company. Okay, they work for the same company, just different states. Okay. So I'm gonna get this, her bow kind of blocked in here a little bit. And Byron is back, man. Byron, good to have you here, my man. Yeah, so I also have I have kind of multiple times that I like to stream. I'm trying to stream 3 times a week and just committing to that. Vanessa's gonna go take a nap, so I'm tired, so take care. Thanks Vanessa. Have a great one. We'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Yeah, I've been trying to stream multiple times during the week. So Monday morning is the earlier one, and then Wednesdays is at 1 p.m. and then Sundays at 8 p.m. Sam says, feeling pretty anxious, excited, just crazy because once I'm set apart, that'll be my life for the next 2 years. Yeah, that's what's just so, yeah. There's part of me wishes it didn't have to be quite. I mean, I understand being set apart and everything, but man, it definitely feels hard that it's got to be kind of only that way for so long, because yeah, that is a long time. We have a bot in Twitch chat. That's too bad. Like to protect this place from any bots. You'll be training for 6 weeks, and sometime in mid-January I'll fly around. Okay, wow. It's coming, man. There's no stopping it. It's coming. Byron, what's happening with Byron these days too, huh? What What do you got? What do you got going on? What are you working on today? Roll down here a little bit. Hold on. You're working on Blender for about 5 hours today, trying to learn it. Wow, Blender! Oh my goodness. I looked into Blender a number of years ago. Because one of my friends, his name is Nate, was learning it, and I was like, you know, I should really check this out and see what this is all about. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is quite the rabbit hole. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I should go down that road. So don't worry, this is just an underpainting as well. So there will be space and time for color as we go. We're just trying out this particular method, so. Well, you know, I really wish you the best, Sam. We should try to do a voice chat of some sort before you head out. Yes. And you peel off the layers and tears of frustration, some sort of joy. Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes. But I think that can be a really, really tough journey to get to a sense of where you feel like you're I think with something like Blender, you're gonna have to just be unbelievably dedicated. There's just kind of no way around it, really. You have your PC set up soon so we can chat? Okay, good. And Noah the cat guy is now following. Fantastic! Welcome, Noah! I feel like there is a story behind Noah the cat guy that I would like to know about. That's the story. Yeah, Byron, I'm sorry that, gosh, it's just so hard to know what to do with when you're learning a program that is where it's that deep. I mean, Photoshop in and of itself, I mean, I've used a long time, you know, for many years, and it's like, I'm not even close to scratching the surface of what it can do, but it can do so much, and so you have to kind of find, you know, get it working for you. And get it to do what you want it to do. I think sometimes it's easy to have an approach that, you know, okay, well, this is the only way to do it. I'm going to try to make it up. Noah just really likes cats and other usernames were taken up. Well, I think it's a very much a worthy Twitch name. I like it. Welcome to the group. What's going on with you today, Noah? What do you like to do? It's such a dynamic piece of software. It's super involved. Are you talking about Photoshop or Blender or both? Do a little bit of background work on this too. Really feels like with, sorry, this is going to get really grayed out and look really weird on top of this, but I'm switching. I had to switch paints actually. And the paint I was using prior, it was an experiment, and I found that, so it was an open acrylic, and I found that it just wasn't quite, it wasn't, it's just interesting. Like, I really like oils, and I love the openness of oils and how they're going to be, you know, probably around for a while. They're going to be open and workable. And then, so I thought I would like open acrylics, but I actually realized for acrylics, I actually don't want them to be open. I want them to actually dry quicker. I like drawing and being a nerd. Well, Noah, you are in the right place. So welcome. And you probably actually should join the Discord, given that answer. Discord's in the description. I've tried my hand at oil painting a couple times. Seems really fun. It is actually really fun. I really enjoy the oil. I really enjoy oil painting. And if you've never dived into it, yeah, I recommend it. So I'm glad you've given it a whirl. I'm trying acrylics. I'm trying to work with oils, colored pencils. I'm really excited about figuring out what is going to work the best for me as an artist. Yeah, you should get in there, Noah, and send a link to post some of your work, because it'd be nice to see what you are working on. This whole switching paints midway through has really thrown me off. Really thrown me off for a loop. Oh wow. We've switched to Christmas music. My playlist has switched to Christmas music, it appears. Sometimes on stream, I'm not really quite sure how to move my arm around so that it doesn't so I can actually fill what I need to fill, but not block the camera with either my face or my hair or my hand, or it's a challenge. Oh, I've been painting my legs across. That's probably not the best idea. Byron, do you have a specific project you're working on in Blender? I know you mentioned you were just trying to learn it, but I was just wondering if there was a specific for a specific project that you had in mind, or was it just... Oopsies. That can be undone. Oh, too thick. Switch over to a bigger brush. Let me get some of this background laid in here. A little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And the paint is really feeling really tacky. Sometimes painting in this gray tone for too long can really start to mess with me, because I mean I really do like color. And not painting in color for a while can just kind of like, yeah, toss me a little bit. I'm using an acrylic at the moment to lay in just kind of some foundation. Just kind of blocking in. Now I'm just kind of blocking in the foreground. Oh, I need a little bit more paint. I didn't realize how gray this is a raw umber, and man, it's pretty gray. And I didn't, like I said, I wasn't planning on necessarily switching colors. I just wanted to. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Apologize. We're just gonna get the bottom of this. Don't want any spots kind of. Yeah, it is pretty gray, isn't it? But fortunately, I mean, because this is just an underpainting, and we're gonna glaze in oils afterwards, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, it's too bad that that's how it ended up happening, because it does look a little odd. So what I when I was doing children's books, I really liked the like line, very heavy, very nice smooth line work on a back, like a very painterly background. And so that's kind of what I'm going for here. So the only problem is I do have to get back up into so I'm squinting my eyes a little bit so I can see this, what I'm trying to do. Just trying to bring up value really quickly of this foreground by working. I'd like to have texture. I don't want it to be crazy smooth or anything like that. One of the problems, one of the mistakes I've made in this piece is not layering it properly, kind of from the back front, and so I'm gonna have to kind of deal with that. Once I get my initial colors, and I'm actually going to glaze a little bit in liquid acrylics. Check get this bow in here. Just want to be able to lay things just a little bit quicker. My goodness, it's always just, my process is just so laborious sometimes, and I think the need for something quicker is pretty obvious. And so I was trying out using open, you just got here, I was using open acrylics, and that did not go well. It did not go well, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I've made a huge error, and that was because I already have a slow drying medium that I use, and that is oils. I'm not in the lookout for anything that dries slowly, and so I think this whole mixed medium approach is very much a using the strength of each medium. And slow drying is not a strength of acrylic. I mean, yeah, that's one of its strengths, I believe, is its fast drying abilities. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Noah. Thanks for coming, man. Right now we're just kind of doing some messy block-ins. It does look a little bit ridiculous to be blocked in like this, but Got any photo shoots coming up here, Byron? Yeah, art has those ridiculous stages, but they look good once it's done. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is definitely kind of a messy stage as we're getting everything kind of lined up. Put into its place. This is certainly, without a doubt, a messy stage. Byron, would you say that your photo retouching that you do has an ugly stage in it? I'm just not very familiar with. Sometimes what I do is underline in pencil color with Copic markers and outline with pens. Oh, nice. What are you on paper? Are you on paper or? Board or what are you? getting a lot of robocalls recently. I'm not really sure why, but they have been. Mostly on paper, yes, but I love trying new things. Cool. No, yeah, I did most of my children's book career on paper. And now I've switched over to board. I think what we're gonna have to do here to kind of help unify everything is get out my India ink here. Not my India ink, my my liquid acrylic, sorry. And yeah, I'm not even gonna bother painting the arrow yet until get this kind of taken care of here. I've been considering art streaming. Any advice? Yeah, well, tell me kind of, I think it's important, and this is something that I didn't do, and so it's kind of why I'm asking you is, what are your goals? What are you hoping to do? Because when I started streaming, I just kind of started streaming without really much of an idea of what it is that I wanted to do. And so kind of ended up kind of being all over the place. Nothing particular. I know I want to draw, have fun, and share my art. Oh. That is, I think it's a great goal. We're gonna go to the ugly stage of this to get some of this laid down. I think that idea of having fun is really, really good. And just having your stream be a place where people want to come hang out, want to be. I think what I kind of think about quite a bit is, you know, what is it that what is it that people actually want from an art stream? And I don't know if I can answer that question very well. Because I'm still pretty new at it myself. So I really can't say, well, people want this or they don't want that. Or, I do know that people want to just kind of hang out. And they are typically working on other projects as well. And so kind of be ready for that. Be ready for people to be doing their own thing, which is actually really fun. That, you know, someone has decided that they're gonna hang out with, you know, with you while you work on your thing and they work on theirs. I think that's really cool. Okay, put it out here so you can see most of the thing. And so I kind of count that as an honor that somebody would be like, you know what, I'm gonna hang out with this guy while I do my artwork. I think that's pretty awesome. The other thing is, I think, is important when it comes to streaming is to be yourself. Don't try to be like a streaming version of yourself. I think that's kind of a dangerous. That could be a really dangerous road. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you've heard someone kind of do like their radio voice. It's like the voice that they think sounds better, a better version of them. And I've totally done it. And I think I believe that people know, and that I think it's important to treat your audience as though they have a certain level of intelligence. That they can tell if you're being yourself or not being yourself. I told you I wasn't going to try to go around that, and here I started doing that. I wasn't paying attention. That's actually a huge thing that I have tried to figure out a better way to do, and that is to talk while I'm working and not just make unbelievably amounts of mistakes. My concern is I do not have a super good quality camera, but you know, I think not having a good camera is of consideration for sure, because if you're trying to show somebody what you're working on, that can be hard if they can't see it very well. Because one of the things that happens is that you have to deal with the compression that occurs on the different platforms. For example, let's say that you've decided you're going to stream to Facebook. Well, holy smokes, buckle up and get ready for your artwork to be, your stream to be compressed, and it's going to be hard to see what you're working on. And so if you already don't have a great camera, then that can get even more tough. You know, because like what are your viewers going to experience then? You know, what are they gonna see? So that's just some things to think about for yourself. Try to get as good a quality stream out there as you can, but I'm a beginner, so to streaming. You're just going to be on Twitch, okay. I would recommend using OBS Studio and not Streamlabs. For me, that's kind of more ethical reasons, because I feel like they have tried to take assets from Streamlabs, Stream OBS, which is the original creators of the software. They did what's called a fork, where they started kind of a new. They took existing software, open source, and then kind of made their own. So now they're separate, but they're still kind of using the name, and it be really, really extremely confusing for people. Karen, yes, I do sell my paintings. Go to nicholasjackson.art. That's nicholasjackson.art. And use the coupon code LAUNCH20. We just launched a new site for 20% off. Sell prints and starting to put some more paintings on there too. That's nicholasjackson.art. Coupon code LAUNCH20. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Karen. finally getting kind of blocked in here. I know it's super ugly. We'll have to come back in and actually get things actually painted in, but I really did just want to get some basics in here. Just wanted to get locked in, cover. I know that there's stuff I need to do with this. With her cape too, a little bit. And oh, Asia's here. Hi, Asia. Welcome. And Candace here. Woo! Gonna listen while you work. Awesome. We've switched over to new paint, and so things are gonna look a little wonky for a while here, until I can do a good glaze. What is happening to both of you guys this morning? It's funny, when I started this painting, I actually didn't plan on doing a background. I was actually just doing a character study, but but trying this new way of painting, I just felt like it was probably a good idea to actually just go all the way if I can. That probably will not be the only time I paint that line. I like how you said it. Yeah, cool. So actually what I did, Kent, is this is actually, I abandoned a certain type of acrylic paints that I was using. They were open acrylics, and they were not doing what I wanted them to do at all. And so what I've subsequently I just went back over to kind of like a regular acrylic paint with the drying time that is it to be expected and kind of all that stuff. Because I'm trying to do some stuff that is a little bit different for me. In regards to how I'm laying down the paint and how I'm building up the drawing, even going as far as trying to draw. Actually on the surface with colored pencils after I sealed it. So I think it's probably getting ready for another seal here. But yeah, what I'm going to do here in a little bit is we're going to go ahead and just get the whole kind of just some colors established. And what I'm experimenting with, which is kind of fun, is using inks. Actually, we're gonna try an ink wash, which is one of these here. And this is just Liquitex, and it's basically acrylic ink, but it just very, very thinned down, but it hasn't lost, you know, those polymers haven't broken apart. Yeah, sure, Noah. If you look in the description of the stream, it's in there. And then also, I believe if you type exclamation Discord, try that. That work? Oh man, it didn't work, did it? I'll put a link in the chat. Let me grab it. Hold on a second. 1 second. All right, there is the link. Let me know if that doesn't work. Absolutely, no. Welcome. Good to have you. This is going to look a little bit weird because the colors aren't right, but I need to do the inside of this cape here. So I need to, one of the reasons I need to get a unifying wash down really, really soon is because we had to switch paintings, or switch paints, and man, does it really like kind of throw everything off. It's actually, for me, it's actually, I'm having a hard time even seeing the right value of what I'm working on. Your mom says this counts at school as school for the day. Well, why don't you tell your mom that she's awesome? Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, I know this just looks so weird, and I'm trying to hurry to get so that we can get to what we need to do with doing a glaze here. Sometimes you'll see me do a lot of squinting sometimes, and that has to do with just me trying to see the value a little bit better. If you squint, you can get rid of the details. Sometimes I overdo it. I think I'm gonna kill myself. Asia, do we have any updates on the job applications? It's pretty wet. Let's see, that may drip. Justin is here. Hey, Justin. Hey, man. Welcome. Welcome to it. Yeah, thanks, bud. Really good to have you. I think we're overdue for a coffee, I think. Yeah, it's, this is, I was actually almost going to call it a chill stream. Because that's kind of the Monday morning, everyone's kind of like, anyways, you know? And, so just want to have a little spot where we can work on some things and not be too worried about anything else. But yeah, we're trying to, we've switched mediums halfway through, so that's why you'll see like different colors in this piece. Justin, you'll be like, what is he doing? But it's cool, Justin. I'm actually I've been streaming also on on Behance, which is the Adobe network too, and that's been kind of fun. I've got meet some people on that way. I'm streaming on multiple platforms today, so and so there's some of the chat that doesn't cross over. Asia said she moved to the next round of interviews for next week. Boom. Okay, give everybody a little cheers to Asia. Boo-boo, boo-boo. Well done. Congratulations. Graphic design position, right? Justin, oh, you caught me on LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn. How, like, it seems like the quality of the image, because I think it's in 720, is not the best for art. But I thought I'd still, give it a try. All right, so we got our messy layer done. And we've got it kind of pretty much blocked in here. What would it be like for you as a viewer if I was to, say, tip this back a little bit? Does that bother you? How about like that? I'm trying there not to be so much distortion of the image, if I can, if I can help it. Does that still look fine? Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, you just jumped in. Yeah, I don't think is there a way to chat even on LinkedIn, on the LinkedIn stream? Because I don't think I get that back here. Maybe there is, but it's not combined like the other one, like the other stuff I've got going on. We got some new people on the Discord server. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Okay, so it's just kind of a present-only mode in LinkedIn. Okay, cool. So one of the things I was working on was the ability to actually use pencil, because I love my pencil lines, and I can't do that obviously in other mediums, and so, but I've noticed that it's actually not terribly easy to do on this either. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer. So she's pretty small. And Justin and a couple others actually have just joined the Discord. So boom, welcome. We are just starting this Discord channel, and it's really fun to have a lot of new people who have just kind of hopped on board. But what I can do is I can do a little bit of shading like this. But what I'm finding is that it doesn't like to grab the line work very well. That's one thing that I can't get, that I'm still working on. So all right, so we were talking a little bit about what people have for Thanksgiving plans. Let's hear it. What do we got going on? I wish I hadn't made this particular stroke right there with the other kind of pencil. The other kind of paint, sorry. Are you sticking close to home? Are you guys doing... I mean, this year it just seems like, especially like, it's not necessarily any easier with everything with COVID, and seems to be so much difference in whether or not people are, you know, vaccinated, and just that kind of discussion. So it does seem that the pencil does seem to work okay if I'm just kind of shading. If I'm trying to do line work, that's not really going to work. And I thought it was going to work, but I don't think it is. Justin says they're not doing too much this year. Give me quarantine. Oh, you're in quarantine for Thanksgiving, so I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's tough. I kind of picked up the most random, let's just try, pencil here. It's like, it's a Tuscan red. And I wasn't necessarily planning on using red. I thought it was actually a brown when I initially picked it up. But it's kind of a nice surprise here. I'm trying just some random colored pencils here. They're not necessarily like great quality or anything like that, but your siblings have COVID, so I'm just so we're just staying at home. Yeah, well, that's probably a good idea to stay at home if you have COVID. I just blocked my... We recently had some loved ones have COVID, and so they were quarantined. We couldn't see them, and it's tough. It's a tough time. I'm gonna try this colored pencil, see what ours. Well, this kind of works. So it looks like I can do a little bit of shading and coloring. It's just that the line work that I wanted to do, I'm gonna have to find a different way to do that. Now right now, I know that the colors probably look horrible. And it's understandably so. That's because they are. Is it too bright a little bit? Let me bring it down a little bit. It's a better. So eventually, what I'm finding with this technique is that things get a little bit too waxy, and then I have to go in and basically kind of do that fixative again, and a little bit of matte medium, and then I kind of start over and I can layer again. So neither of them are feeling that sick though. So yeah, I'm really glad to hear that they're not too sick. I mean, that's really rotten to have COVID, and I'm sorry that they have it. It's no fun. We live in tough times, don't we? Really tough times. Has anybody else had it at their house? So this newly drawn, so this is newly painted, and I'm finding that this is really hard to, because I need to put the fixative over, I can't really draw over that, so. And I'm not sure if I should fix and then do a toned, or should I try to do that now? I'm also wondering if it's going to work very well for me to tone while I'm vertical like this. Like, because then it's harder to use much for water. If you know what I mean. What's cool is I can also, you know, if I wanted to, kind of come back and work on the background too a little bit, it looks like. Yeah, I can make marks back here and everything too. It's kind of fun. I always worry about not being in focus. Justin said they've avoided it. That's really awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, we got the other sickness too. Actually, the one that was kind of going around town was just felt like it was just awful. The one that was pretty recent. I don't know if you know, we're probably, you know, not necessarily talking about the same ones, but man, it was rough. I felt like I haven't really given colored pencils a try. There's always been kind of a stigma with me with colored pencils. I've never been very interested in them. This particular technique may bring some life back to me, or bring some life back to them for me. We'll see. Well, okay. I am going to try to do a wash. And so give me about a minute or two, and I'll be right back, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to tint it. So we got a little bit of, so this is what I've been just trying to use here. This is Liquitex Acrylic Ink. So it's just a really, really thin version of the other acrylics. And so hold on. Hold on to yourself. I mean, it's like, it's unbelievably thin. But I may need to thin it down a little bit with water. But I don't want it to necessarily drip too, so. So this is kind of where you have to kind of hold your breath a little bit. Oh, hey.
Ooh, Adam Green.
Hello, yes.
Cool. She looks so cool.
We're gonna go in with the sap green here. How's it going today, love? Good. Yeah, I'm excited about the colors. What's that? Oh boy. That's not good.
What a cool character.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I think there is a level of washing down too much, though. That's what oh boy. This is where I'm worried about it being vertical. That's kind of why I was like, hey, does it work to... I'm not going to try to go around your legs. So I could do this with acrylics. I could do it with oils, would be another thing to do this process with. But since we're going to save oils for the last part, that doesn't really work for us today. But I mean, it's done thinly enough so that we can come back and keep layering things. So but all that crazy okay, I'm gonna try this brush again. Okay, so this brush is just gonna kind of get rid of a lot of those brush strokes that I don't really want. But it's hard to do this and have it vertical. Actually, you know what? As I'm rethinking this, this is where I probably should have a color comp of some sort that would be helpful. but I think she needs to be green too. And while I'm going here, I can actually just, with a little bit of paper towel, I can pick up just her outfit to be green.
So cool. It completely changes the piece to add color.
It does, doesn't it? And I'm excited to add color in this way because it brings me back to my watercolor roots.
Are you using the acrylic
Yeah.
stuff right now?
Yep. Okay. And that'll start to kind of just even everything out here. So that we can start layering properly. I did want to have a little bit of a yellow. Hold on just a second. Alrighty, friends. Well, that's where we're gonna leave it for today. I can move on to some other things, but at least we got some, main things down, and we can start kind of building up. The base of the painting is there, and now we can start working on it. So, thank you so much for being here. Noah, yes, I will have a blog post or a video about how to store oil paintings and supplies. I actually built this really simple little thing that stores my paintings so they don't fall over, and so that they dry in a proper way. So I'd love to talk to you about that for sure. Eduardo, welcome. Sorry, I'm going. But yeah, thanks everybody for being here today and for being part of this little journey as I'm trying to figure out how to paint this. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys on the next stream. Remember that you are loved, that you're valuable, and that you're important. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday at 1 p.m. That'll be the next stream. Make sure to join the Discord channel, subscribe on YouTube. Great to have you. All right, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.